Welcome back to another OTD unboxing video. Today I have for you the 2025 Pop Culture H case. So, H case, we are on mix, what is this, 2 for 2025? And Pop Culture. So, the big thing with Pop Culture these days are the repeats. Like, people are just other collectors just are not happy about the repeats. I get it. Yes, yeah, sometimes I feel like these are you never see them on the peg even. I don't know, I guess there are some repeats you do see from time to time, but either way, this case has some repeats, of course, and some new castings, so let's explore what's inside. Thank you to Stop Diecast for sending this case over and just supporting the OTD YouTube channel and OrangeTrackDiecast.com. Thank you, One Stop Diecast. Make sure you check out OneStopDiecast.com for your pop culture Hot Wheels needs. All right, first two cars out of the case. Well, not even a car, it's a submarine. It's the Beatles Yellow Submarine. So obviously we've seen the Beatles Yellow Submarine in the mainline before. We've seen it in pop culture or premium before. This one does get some new card art and the gold level premium designation. But you remember, did anybody remember when these things were first came on the pegs and how sought after these yellow submarines were? People were, snapping them all up. Other collectors were saying, oh, they took all the submarines. Now, not so much. That is probably because there are so many since then. But, for any Beatles collector, any Hot Wheels collector that likes a good novel casting, there you go. Two of those in the H case. Feels like you can't have a pop culture case these days without a Back to the Future release. But we do get the Back to the Future Time Machine. It is a casting I collect. I collect all the DeLoreans, all the time machines. And let's see, does this one appear to be any different? There is it's not unfinished. It's like a metal flake silver paint to it. So it's kind of stuck up in the blister so you can get that down. No, we cannot. All right, so I'll show you the one that isn't stuck to the side there. We have, so this is the Back to the Future 1 vehicle. Obviously, Mr. Fusion not on top there. And, you're not getting the 1955, the railroad wheels or the big red Real Riders. We have seen this card before. And, yeah, so it doesn't appear to be much different outside of maybe possibly the paint. But we'll have to check that one out further and compare the older versions of that casting. All right, let's get on with it here. The Mutt Cuts van is the next one out of the case. Of course, I'm saving the best for last here. But Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber. We just saw this casting first appear last year. Obviously, huge fan of the fact that this casting was done. Not a huge fan of seeing it, again so quickly, but, it is the Mutt Cuts van. Long overdue casting. And, yeah, I mean, how could you just not love this? This is a very iconic movie piece. That's exactly what pop culture is all about. Your TV shows, movies, and games. I think, yep, you still have if you look behind the vehicle, you still see the TV, the movie reel, and the joystick representing pop culture. Actually, well, that was there was the entertainment line, which has essentially become, right? I guess we've kind of seen the two lines merge. We've seen entertainment and pop culture merge a couple years back. So we do get pop culture, we do get entertainment. So just under the one label of pop culture. All right. New release, I guess you could say. We've seen it. We saw the 1956 Corvette in that kind of Barbie 4-pack with the Real Riders and the pink paint from the Barbie movie. This one is the first time it's on the card by itself in premium. So you get Barbie's pink Corvette. I'm sure it seems as though we will see probably Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House, right? Did I say that correctly? In gray, we'll probably see that Corvette, and the light yellow and the blue one apparently at some point. But we get with the classic pink 1956 Corvette here. And that Barbie, the Margot Robbie Barbie drove herself. For card collectors, these are great. They have, new cards on them. Well, most of them do, I guess. Well, this is probably the first one, but either way, cool piece right there. And the last piece is actually the only new release out of the mix here. If I can get it out of the case. It's stuck in here. Cracked blister on this one. All right. So, that fifth car out of the H case. We get 2 of every casting in this mix. We get the Ghost Rider Charger. So, this one is different. We've seen it, the Ghost Rider Charger, we've seen it in gloss black with orange flames. I know because I'm looking at it right now. Actually, yeah, why don't I just bring that out? Let's reach in the display case and pull that out. So we have the gloss black, orange flames. This was the first release. Just put it right there. And I'm just going to reach and grab the matte black with blue flames, blue tires as well. So we have those 2 releases. And if you were as persistent, I guess you could say, as I was, and you wanted an unflamed version, you simply just take off the flames on both the engine and the bottom, and you throw on some, black tires from, let's say, one of those many 70 Dodge Charger RTs that were in the Fast and Furious entertainment line, and you have a basic unflamed version. So that is a custom piece, obviously. Very minimal customizing, but regardless, we have the unflamed version and then 2 versions of the Ghost Rider Charger. So we got a little cracked blister on this one. I'll just pop that one open for you quick so you can see the casting in better detail. Open that one quick. Rip. All right, so we get the Ghost Rider Charger with the comic book styling. So this is pretty cool, and I think this is one of the great reasons we see other lines from Hot Wheels. I think Hot Wheels tends to experiment in other lines like the monster truck line and lines such as those like skateboard and stuff. They explore new techniques. And character cars is the other one that we've seen the comic book styling in, and they tend to explore like techniques like this in other lines. And I know a lot of collectors like to dismiss those, and I get it for appropriate reasons. They're not realistic casting; they're real based on real cars or whatever. But we get really cool effects because of those. The graphics team gets to explore, gets to play a little more. They have a higher budget than say like a mainline car where they have to strict tempo levels and number of passes and so on and so forth. So, but in a line like this where it's all figured out, we get a brand new version of the Ghost Rider Charger with this comic book styling, and I for one could not be any happier. I think this is pretty cool, especially on the windshield. Get that yeah, that's just cool. So in a case full of repeats, we have a shining light here, and that is another Ghost Rider Charger or Charger from my 1970s, 1969 Charger collection. So, what do you think? What do you think of all these repeats? I'm sure, let's not even go there. Let's not even talk about the repeats. Let's talk about the new casting, in this case, the Ghost Rider Charger. Will you be collecting it? Let me know. What are you looking forward to most in the pop culture line, or what would you like to see? Is probably the better question to ask. There's quite a few good things coming up. We just had a few leaked images of the next mix appear today, so let us know what you would like to see, and we'll talk in the comments. Thank you for watching.